In today's video, let's have a discussion about how to optimize your workouts, diet, and your lifestyle to lose fat and get jacked. Now, if you asked me a couple years ago how to optimize all these different areas of your life, my answer would have been much different than it is today. And I think for the better. Back then, it would have been all about the evidence. What does the research say? Today, it's all about awareness and actually doing less rather than trying to add more different little hacks and everything to try to squeeze out every little bit of gains that you can possibly make throughout this journey. For example, beginning with the workouts, when it comes to training volume, the research suggests that between 10 and 20 sets per muscle group per week is best for building muscle. And you want to make sure that you're not training any more than 6 to 10 sets per muscle group per workout because you experience a diminishing return the more sets you do during that training session. So you're better off splitting up through multiple workouts throughout the week. It becomes more and more difficult, especially based on your schedule, to try to hit that optimal volume with the optimal sets per workout with the optimal amount of rest period that you got that is been recorded in the research, which is 3 minutes between sets. It's very difficult to squeeze it all in there, especially if you have a busy lifestyle. Now, for myself personally, what I've been finding lately, again, here, less is more. I've actually been doing less than 10 sets per muscle group per week and experiencing incredible results. Same thing from other experts, especially like research-based guys like Alberto Nunez from 3DMJ. He's been doing like 6 sets per muscle group per week and experiencing fantastic results from that, just training 3 days per week. So it's amazing. Again, what he's talking about, it's all about a heightened sense of awareness. It's listening to our body. Yeah, you use research as a guiding post. Maybe you begin with somewhere in that 10 to 20 sets, see how it feels to you, see how your body's progressing, maybe do a little bit less, see how your body responds. Sometimes if you're used to the higher training volume and you dial it back, it's just the novelty of change that your body's like, wow, I can recover better, or I'm feeling better, and then you bump it back up and you're like, oh wow, now I'm doing better, I'm getting even better results. So sometimes change can be good, but it really does come down to designing a plan that suits your lifestyle, but more importantly, suits your body best. So like I said, I'm training with less than 10 sets per muscle group per week, but the big change for me is that in the past, like set number 1 is probably leaving 3, maybe 4 reps in reserve. Set number 2, maybe 3 reps in reserve. Set number 3 was always last set, best set. Now I'm like, first set, I'm leaving 1 rep in reserve. Second and third set, all out effort. Absolutely crushing it. So there's no way I can really do much more than 6 sets per muscle group per workout. Back is a little bit different because I might work a horizontal movement, a vertical movement, maybe some shrugs, and then maybe some rear delt. So it's not like I'm just doing lats or something like that. So it's a bigger muscle group there. But yeah, I find for most body parts, 6 sets per muscle group per workout, even per week, is going to be fantastic. It works for me. I am finding that 4 days in the gym suits me best right now. Not necessarily any better than I find like I was like not that long ago training 5, even 6 days per week, but I am doing yoga like 6 days per week on average right now. So trying to balance things out with my lifestyle, having that heightened sense of awareness that yoga is having a very positive impact on me. I want to work that in more often to improve my mobility, my flexibility, stress management, my functional strength, which I hated that term years ago, but now I'm working in different handstands and hand balancing poses there, like feeling the shoulder strength there, balancing poses with my legs, like one leg at a time. Like I am noticing how that's having a very positive impact on my weight training. So it is basically considered some sort of resistance training. So it's not like I'm just doing resistance training 4 days per week. It's working in a variety of these activities to allow me to feel my best, perform my best, not just now, but down the road. So it's really this balance between the weight training and the yoga is helping me personally optimize my lifestyle. Again, it all came down to that heightened sense of awareness. I was trying to do yoga 6 days per week. I was trying to do weight training 5-6 days per week, but now I'm just finding like 4 days is suiting me best and hitting each muscle group with less than 10 sets per muscle group per week is working more than fine. So again, I'm not tied into the research when it comes to that. And research will say like 3 minutes rest between sets is best. Like I have that heightened sense of awareness to rest as long as I need to fully recover between sets, especially when I'm crushing each set, take that time to rest so I can give the best of myself to that following set. When it comes to different exercises, what are the optimal exercises to build your physique? There are none. Like, it's crazy. Like I hear a lot of other coaches out there, like, what? I was just having a discussion with another coach this morning. Like, what is preached as the best exercise right now, I bet next year it will be preached as garbage and something else is going to replace it. Maybe what's garbage now is going to be the best thing next year. So it's always changing, it's always evolving. Same thing with form and technique. Form that works best for you, that's optimal for you, may look a little bit different than it does for me. So I don't like pigeonholing someone in an exact form, an exact technique. And again, like the form police who were always out like 10 years ago, it's a big difference what they were saying was optimal form back then compared to what is considered optimal form right now. And I'm guarantee what's optimal right now is going to change down the road. So again, have that heightened sense of awareness, performing a movement in a way that feels best for you, that you can feel the tension where you're supposed to feel it at, and produces the effect that you're looking for. And again, more than anything in the gym, effort is what it's all about. Giving your best effort, which really comes down to focused attention as well, not being distracted in the gym, like giving the best of yourself to that practice in that moment, keeping your mind dialed in on what you want to execute that day and giving the best of yourself to it. When it comes to diet, again, less is more, in my opinion, when it comes to that. Just keeping things focused on hitting the calorie target, whether my goal is to maintain my weight, to lose some fat, or to be in a gentle calorie surplus and build some muscle. Like the calorie target's what's most important, and just making sure I'm getting an adequate amount of each protein, not like I have to hit this exact macronutrient ratio because that's what's optimal for losing fat or building muscle. I have to make sure I get exactly 1 gram of protein per pound body weight. Like you don't have to stress over things like that. The one thing I am doing is always just having a heightened sense of awareness with the foods that allow me to thrive, to feel my best, to satiate me, paying attention to the portion size that satiates me, paying attention to how my body responds to the certain calorie targets, because you're always going to have to make an adjustment. It's not just based on what a calculator says. You got to pay attention to your body's feedback. But yeah, I'm always trying to improve quality of the nutrients, the foods that I'm consuming, so again, I can feel my best, but I enjoy a lot of my favorite treats and everything, and incorporating those into my overall diet plan allows me to feel my best. I gain joy out of that experience, and even more joy when I just eat it to the point of satisfaction. I push away, like I savor every bite. I take it in, I savor the moment, and I'm like, that's enough, that's all I needed. And that feels great that I had just what I needed and not any more. There's no sense of deprivation. There's no, like, I can have it tomorrow again if I want to. So that's been a huge step in the right direction for me. And when it comes to lifestyle, again, it's not so much about adding all these different hacks in there, whether it's cold showers, which I'm coming back to now, especially after yoga practice, being in the hot yoga room and then take a nice cold shower afterwards feels great. So I think there's pros and cons to it. You see a lot of people talking negative about it. There's not a lot of research on it. Again, it's how does it make you feel? Having a heightened sense of awareness to, does it wake you up in the morning when you take a cold shower? Is the challenge of embracing that cold shower, does it do something to you and your motivation? There's all these different factors that come into play with that. But more than anything, like, I'm not going to be like infrared light on my nuts or anything like that, like some people are doing to optimize their lifestyle. But for me, it's chilling. It's getting out in the backyard, watching a sunset, curling up with a great book, getting away from electronics, really letting things go, being grounded in the moment, taking in everything that's around me right now does such wonders for my body, my overall well-being. I think doing less helps me optimize my lifestyle. Managing that stress, I think, is going to help me live longer, live healthier, get the most joy out of life. And that's really what it's been all about. Again, now I am back into an evening reading routine. I kind of got away from that. I was listening to a lot of audiobooks. Now I'm back to like reading physical books in the evening. I get lost in these books. Most of them are like on personal growth, self-growth. I'm like, this is freaking awesome. Some of it is on optimizing our lifestyle, whether it's through some supplementation, some medicines, just mental practices. Meditation is a huge one. That's something like I listen to meditation audios before I go to bed at night, but I don't meditate throughout the day. And reading some of these books recently, It's Just a Thought, Fully Engaged, Practicing Mind, like the benefits of meditation, and Untethered Soul, Living Untethered, Surrender, listen to those recently too. Like the benefits of meditation are humongous. So I really want to make sure I'm incorporating that. So that's something I'm going to add into my lifestyle. Yet at the same time, by adding that, it's actually eliminating stuff. It's eliminating distractions. So it's like me doing less thinking, less allowing other thoughts to come into my head that people are putting into my head. It's looking within. and focusing on like the here and now, being present in the moment. So again, that's really where my happiness is coming from. My joy, my optimization is really coming from a lot more from those chill times, that meditative time, that time to just sit and watch the sunset, that time to curl up with a book, the time to be connected with friends, with family, with loved ones, and really soaking up these moments. That's where optimization is for me at this time. Having that heightened sense of awareness of the things that bring great joy to my life. I can't wait to get out on the paddleboard. I love my walks with my furry home and Chiefy dog. I'm looking forward to getting out for bike rides and all that stuff to, again, improve my cardiovascular conditioning, my circulatory health. Regards to circulatory health, even looking at things like tadalafil. I've brought this up in the past. I got a few friends, a few colleagues who, and I've heard from colleagues over the past few years, the health benefits, the longevity benefits, the well-being benefits from low-dose tadalafil on a daily basis. So something I'll be consulting my physician with. Not so much about for the libido benefits, but for the optimal health benefits, the blood flow benefits, and the benefits that'll carry over into your weight training. Again, when it comes to optimizing your weight training, it all begins with sleep. Guys, I drill this home all the freaking time. Sleep is where it's at when it comes to optimizing your performance in everything that you're doing throughout the day. If you want to have an elevated mood, elevated energy, overall well-being, overall cognitive health, like everything comes from getting a great night's sleep. So that's, if you want to optimize your lifestyle, begin with sleep. Fuel your body with quality nutrient-rich foods that are going to allow you to thrive and give the best of yourself to all that you're doing. Manage your stress. Take that time to chill, to be present in the moment, to meditate. And it doesn't have to be like listening to a meditation audio. Just focus on your breath. Maybe repeat a mantra. Just be sitting still, listening to your surroundings, like fully being present in that moment. That's key. Those things right there are going to nail your optimization when it comes to life, allow you to get the most out of life. And it just has the greatest benefits that you're going to experience across the board. Yes, there are all these other little hacks in there, but if you're not getting great sleep, your nutrition is poor, and your stress is like crazy, trying to add in all these little hacks to optimize all these little things isn't going to make much of a difference. You got to establish that foundation first. So that's how things have changed for me. I'm not paying so much attention to the research, the evidence out there. It's all about my own personal experiences, my own heightened sense of awareness to how everything I'm doing throughout the day, throughout the week, is having an impact on me, my overall being, my overall happiness and joy. That's really where it's at. So I would love to hear your thoughts, what you've been doing to optimize your lifestyle, to optimize your training, your diet, everything that you're doing throughout the day. Can't wait to hear from you down in the comment section below. So please take a moment to share your thoughts, your insights, your feedback, and your own personal experiences. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please do me a favor and smash that thumbs up button. I'd really appreciate it. If you want to see more videos like this, be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that alert button to be notified each time I upload a video. If you know a fellow bro who would benefit from watching today's video, please do me a favor and share it with them. Before I go, don't forget to download your free guide, Lose Fat, Get Jacked. Have yourself an amazing day. Catch you in the next video.